For 600 years, this machine has been heating and shaping traditional Fez hats in Cairo. But businesses like this nearly disappeared when the Egyptian government banned this kind of headwear in the 1950s, part of a sweeping push for modernization. Today, Nasser Abdel Basset is one of the only Fez makers left in Cairo. We visited his shop to see how his 130-year-old business is still standing. For over 4 decades, Nasser has been crafting what was once a symbol of Ottoman life.
ده اللي هو الطربوش يعني انا بحس ان انا بقعد كده اكن عيل من عيالي ما انا متربي معاه متربيين سوا مع بعض.
Every single one is custom made. The first step is to build the structure of the hat. Nasser uses woven straw to craft the base.
برجع ايه خلاص اللي فوق ده ملوش لازمه خلاص كده انا كده ملوش لازمه عندي.
He sprays it with water to make it more malleable.
اهم 3 حاجات عندي في الشغل: الميه، النار، الكهرباء. الميه علشان الخوصه دي اساسا بتجيلي من الرشيد زي ما انت شايف حضرتك كده اهو مدفره. بص حضرتك تفتح وتقفل معايا.
To get the right shape, he uses these copper molds. They're more than 6 centuries old.
مش أقدم حاجة عندي في المحل، ده أقدم حاجة في البلد. أقدم حاجة في البلد. أنا بقول لك ارجع للعثمانيين. ما نقدرش نلعب فيها ولا نغير فيها.
Nasser says they once tried to make new machines, but couldn't find any factories that still manufacture the right parts. The inside is lined with green or blue silk. Then it's time to shape the signature red felt.
واحنا طالما احنا بصينا على الهيئة بتاعته 5 دقايق أنا بفصل الشغل على الوش بتاع الوش اللي قدام مني. أدخله المكبس ياخد الشكل والاسطمبة بتاعته. اصل لبس الطربوش ده في الاول وفي الاخر يا استاذ الفاضل مش لبسه خلاص، لا ده بيبقى وقار ليه ولصاحبه.
There are several types of fezes. The difference in design depends on who is wearing it. And each one has its own mold, some named after Ottoman rulers.
ده اسمه قالب واحد عثمان، ده قالب محمد علي، ده قالب الأئمة.
Right now, Nasser is making an Azhar fez. It's been worn by Islamic scholars and imams for centuries.
حتة الشغلة بتاعتي بتجبرني ان انا اكون سريع. ليه؟ عشان درجة الحرارة بتاعت النار معايا بتبقى ايه؟ هي اللي مسخن لي جسمي، هي اللي بتجبرني ان انا اكون سريع. ليه؟ ان اي غلطة بجون.
The machine reaches up to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Figuring out just the right temperature for each hat is a delicate dance.
لازم نسبة الحرارة معايا على النار تكون لازم يكون حد مصحصح لها إن الغلطة بلسعة. لو خامة حنينة فأنا بحاول أنا أقل في الحرارة عشان خاطر أتعامل معاها برأفة. ليه؟ إنها حنينة. لكن لو خامة محملة أنا ما بتهمنيش، حتة السخونة ما بتهمنيش.
Nasser glues the felt and straw together, and then his son Muhammad handles the finishing touches. Colored tassels used to signify different professions. This white fabric is unique to the Azhar fez. Today, it's a more traditional look reserved for religious leaders. But the fez was once much more widespread. It was a defining symbol of the entire Ottoman Empire that rose to power in the 14th century and controlled large swaths of Europe, Africa, and the Middle East at its peak. In the early 19th century, Sultan Mahmud II wanted to modernize society by phasing out the turban and requiring all Ottoman men to wear the fez instead. So people who preferred sticking to tradition began wrapping a turban around a fez, similar to the Azhar style Nasser makes today. But by the time the Ottoman Empire fell in 1922, the fez was considered old-fashioned. Turkey's first president wanted to westernize his people by replacing the traditional Ottoman headpiece with the European top hat. And by 1925, wearing a fez in Turkey was punishable by a month in prison. But most Egyptians still embraced fez styles well into the 1950s. That's until Egyptian President Jamal Abdel Nasser, seen here wearing a military fez, banned them in 1958 after leading the revolution.
ده الطربوش اللي لغاه عبد الناصر، بس ما قدرش يجي جنب ده، ان ده خط احمر.
Nasser mostly sells to Islamic studies professors, religious leaders, and movie producers. Today, it's just Nasser and his son running the shop. They can make up to 100 fezes in a day, but usually orders are well under that. But he remembers hearing stories about a time when business was booming.
كانش المحل ده كان قد كده مرتين ثلاثه، كان بره على الشارع. ما كان المحل كان يفتح 8 الصبح يقفل 8 بالليل. ما كانش ليه؟ ان كان حته الاستعمال ولبس دايره. ما كناش بنلاحق على الزباين زمان.
Still, Nasser is preserving a craft that not many wanted to continue.
ان انا محافظ على المهنه واولادي طالعين بيحافظوا على المهنه. في طرابشيه قفلوا ان اولادهم مش عايزين يكملوا فيها.
And customers can rest assured that his son plans to carry on his legacy.
بدليل انا مثلا لما الزبون بياخد شغل من محمد بيتصل بيا بيقول لي ناصر الصغير، انا خدت شغل من ناصر الصغير. ده وسام على صدري.